Elaine.
And I'm Anthony.
And thank you for joining us today. We're going to talk a little bit about some tips and tricks that we learnt when we were on our half-world cruise with P&O, and also some things that we've learnt when we have been with Carnival and Royal Caribbean as well, just to try and help you out. When we went through it, we did struggle to find things for those longer cruises or for the over 50 population. So hopefully you'll find this enjoyable. So please click the bell and subscribe, because next week we're going to be talking about shore excursions. Okay, so cracking on with our top 5 tips of things to take. And we're going to start off with these. These are our motion sensor night lights. And they're from Amazon. I'll leave them linked below. And they are magnetic on the back, so they just stick to the wall of the cabin really easily. You switch them on at the side here. And then they come on as you walk past them. So we put one on my side of the bed, just at the bottom, so if I got out of bed it would light up straight away, and then you put one, didn't you, in between your side and the toilet, so that it would light up kind of the passageway on the way through. Yeah,
it's just enough to, it's a really subtle light, isn't it? Just enough to get you, like you say, to the bathroom in the middle of the night without turning all the lights on, because it like you say, when you're in the middle of the ocean, it's really, really dark. So even if you've got your curtains open on the ship, it's really dark. So there's no sort of backlighting or anything like that. So these are really, really helpful. I think there's a couple of things on it though. There's one where it's on, you can have it a setting on, if you look on the side on this one, it's got auto. So obviously that comes on, it's like on the PIR sensor on the front. So basically that's a motion sensor. So if you go past it, you just trigger it, or you can switch it to on, so it's on permanently. I think because they're battery operated, it's really difficult to, you want to take enough batteries with you, obviously, because I think was it how long we were at, 47 days, something like that?
47 days, we only changed the batteries once.
Changed the batteries once, and they were used every night. And we literally just stuck it onto auto and stuck it on the side of on the walls, because obviously all the walls on ships are are steel. So obviously the magnets stick straight to them, so it's dead easy on that. And we literally stuck them at floor level, didn't we?
Yeah.
So they're not shining up. So, but you can use them as you want. But again, really, really helpful, wasn't it?
Yeah, we like them so much we've actually had them installed at home. So
night lights.
Night lights, yeah, exactly. I just think as you get older, you're more likely to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, and therefore, a lot more useful. So hopefully that helped. So the next thing on our list of top 5 things to take with you is Dr. Beckman's laundry sheets. And if you're anything like us, been away in the past, taken the pods with us, they've exploded all over the suitcase, and it's definitely not what you want to see in the first few hours of your cruise. So we were introduced to these. Now they do different sizes, so you've got 40 here, but they do bigger packs and smaller packs. They also do it in bio and non-bio. So this is the green pack. I think they do it in pink, which is the bio pack. I will leave them again linked below. But what we did was literally go down to the laundry, take a couple of sheets with you, put them in. It's softener and detergent. So straight away you're getting clean, soft clothes without that kind of danger of them exploding all over the suitcases.
Yeah, as in you're talking about the pods, aren't you? So we use pods at home, so we don't use powder or anything like that. We use laundry pods, and obviously when you take them and try to pack them away, they're either really bulky, aren't they? Yeah. Or you end up, like you say, exploding all over your bag or whatever. So with these, they're like, these are pretty empty. And there's only a few sheets left in it, but they lay quite flat, don't they?
Yeah, they're dead
so
easy.
That's the size of the packet. So if you think of comparing that to the storage of like loads of pods.
Smell lovely as well.
Yeah, I do. But and then it says on the back, it says like soft and medium water hardness. It's like light and normal loads. It's like one sheet. So that's a sheet. Okay. But then for anything like maybe a full load or something, put 2 sheets in. But you can do, and they've got like a real perforated strip down the middle. and you can rip them off, and you can use like hand wash them. So if you're going to wash a few items in the basin or whatever, you just take half off, lob it in, and let it soak, and sort of hand wash it, can't you, and stuff.
Yeah, we did that quite often when we went to the gym, didn't we? You know, if you're going to the gym and you do a workout and you've kind of had it on 45 minutes, so it's not really bad, but you could just do with a rinse, then that's something we did. Put one in the sink and leave it to soak, rinse it through, and then put it out on the balcony.
Yeah. But I think but the other thing is they're environmentally friendly, and the other bit is that they don't. It's not like you're going to be left with something. These literally dissolve to nothing.
Yeah.
So you're not going to get plastics in there, and you're not going to get end up with a piece of paper in the end of it either. So pretty good. They're worth weight in gold, literally.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so we're on number 3. And number 3 is sunglasses case. So this is a roll-out sunglasses case, and we use this not just for sunglasses but for glasses as well. We both wear both glasses and sunglasses. So what you tend to find, or we do, is that they're actually, you know, either thrown down on the side or put into a drawer. They can get scratched. Whereas what we did is we took the case and we used one of the magnetic hooks, attached it at the top, and put it on the wall of the cabin, and then it just rolls out, and you can put all your different glasses and sunglasses on it, so that next time you're walking out of the cabin door and you literally just pick them up, put them on, and whether you're going to watch a movie and you want your glasses, or whether you're going to you know, go out on deck and you want your sunglasses, just straight away. And it's got 5, this one specifically has got 5 different compartments, but you can get them, I think, with 3 and 7, so different ones. But my son Zach actually got us this before we went away, and we found it really, really useful. Yeah,
I mean, it's straightforward because they roll up like that, concertinas in, and literally 2 press studs at the top, just clicks in. And as Elaine said, it's got a hook on it. I think I have to hang it, but because it's wraps up like that, they're all protected, and it's quite a hard sort of casing. It's like a leathery style. It's not leather, but it's like a faux leather type thing, isn't it? But it's quite substantial. So when you're carrying them, and as in transporting them back into, it's quite robust, and you're not going to break your glasses. So whether they're a £50 pair or a £200 pair of sunglasses, they're all protected inside, aren't they? Yeah. And again, we talked about that hook. Again, you know, we said I think earlier on in the vlog about the steel walls on the things. So I don't know if you're going to discuss these at some point, but you've got literally they're magnets. Again, you get different size magnets and different size hooks for different weightings. But we bought shed loads of these.
22s we bought, which are those ones, the smaller ones, and 60s, which are the bigger ones. And you literally could, you know, put the full weight of a rucksack off the big ones. So, and that was, the small ones are perfect for things like this.
They're really, really handy. Definitely worth taking, even if you're going for like 7 days or going for 47 days. Dead useful, aren't they, for all sorts of things. So, but yeah, sunglasses case.
Number 3. Hey, so moving on to number 3, and this is where things get a little bit violent. So we are recommending laundry baskets. So that you actually they come in a pack of 2. The first one is a vertical laundry basket.
When you said violent, it's not me getting it, is it?
It's not you violent.
It's one of them. It's like
pops out.
Pops out. But if you don't catch it, it can spring out massively. So I'm the able assistant by all accounts. It's this.
There we go.
Okay.
So you just obviously put your dirty laundry in the top. What we did is we just kept that in the cabin, so you can either put it in a corner or put it at the bottom of your wardrobe, and then especially if you're on there for a long period of time, it's just easy to kind of put your dirty laundry in just like you would at home. And you know, as I say, you just got handles on the top, so it's nice and easy to be able to carry it down to the laundry when you're ready. We kind of washed once a week, maybe a little bit more, depending on how many sea days, how much gym gear we had. But then we had a different one to bring things home. if you're on a kind of longer cruise, you don't want to be worrying about carrier bags and bin bags to kind of carry your laundry around. So it's actually quite nice to have these. They're very easy, foldable, and moving them back again.
We'll demonstrate in a minute.
Yeah. Whoa.
Okay.
So this one is the
horizontal
one, which is a bit like a bassinet, but it's great when you've actually washed your clothes because you can lie them flat and then bring it back. So this was for clean and the other one we used for dirty. A little bit of laundry etiquette while we are on the subject. So the laundrettes, good times to go when the first sitting is eating, if you're on second sitting, and vice versa. So just by the nature of half the ship's eating means the capacity at the laundrette is halved. So that was a top tip. The other thing to note is that in some places that you travel, there may be restrictions on emptying the dirty water into the ocean. And that might mean that the laundrettes are closed for a couple of days. So just be mindful of that and don't kind of wait until you're desperate for some underwear. Try and keep it going through regularly, really.
Yeah. Dead straightforward though on these. They literally fold in. They fold in, you literally twist it and it's back down to nothing again. And you just put the white tab over. So that's pretty much it.
Okay, so first thing is I can't count. So the last one was number 4. So laundry basket is for number 4, not number 3. So moving on to number 5 though. So yeah, getting this one right, hopefully. And this is the final thing that we've got today. So I didn't see many people using this and we didn't hear of many people. But, you know, on a lot of cruise ships, then the TVs that you've got are not the most up to date. They're not linked to the internet. They're not smart TVs, and they're quite, you know, older versions. So what we do, we watch movies all the time, and, you know, we enjoy watching a series and things like that. And because we were on the ship for so long, it was something that we actually found, you know, that was really important to us. And that is this.
Able Assistant again. Okay, so basically, a long story short, it's an adapter, okay? So what you've got is, most iPhones at the moment are, on most devices now, coming onto the USB-C. So you've got the USB-C connection on one end, okay? And then in the other one, you've got a variety of, you've got USB connections and another USB-C. And then at the end, you've got a HDMI. So essentially what this is trying to do is this is trying to transfer. So you can plug this straight into your phone or your iPad or your Mac or whatever like a laptop type thing that you've got. And then anything you've got downloaded onto it, or you want to stream it across through, like you say, through the Starlink thing. So you could download all your movies beforehand, or if you're you're going to stream it from the internet through your Starlink, if you've got that whilst you're on the ship. Then you plug that in, and then you plug literally the HDMI. Now we got I think it was a 3-meter cable, didn't we?
I think so.
So yeah, we took a 3-meter cable because we didn't know where you could just rest the laptop. Because it's literally on the back wall where the bed is, opposite the bed, isn't it? So
I'll put some photos in so you can kind of see, you know, the position of the TV, but it's opposite the bed.
But there's no cabinet underneath it where you can just rest your laptop, otherwise you'd be tripping over it. So literally, we plugged it into the back of the TV, into the USB input, to the HDMI input, HDMI into the other end, and then attach that to whatever we were watching, either through the phones or through the Apple Mac, didn't we? Yeah,
and we put the device on the dressing table. Now the one thing I would say is we didn't manage to get the sound through the TV. We only managed to get the sound through the device, which is fine. We just increased the volume. The cabins aren't that large, so you know it wasn't too much of an issue, was it? But if anyone knows how to actually do that, then please put it in the comments below, because then, you know, I'm sure we'll all greatly appreciate.
We've got it for next time.
And we've got it for next time, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, you might need to play around with the settings on your phone. It is literally just plug and play for us. It's just like a wire from one to the other, and that's all you're doing. It's just transferring it from a USB-C through to a HDMI that goes in the back of the telly. Because yeah, it's pretty good, wasn't it?
It was definitely.
That was worth its weight in gold. So that's probably one of the best ones.
So that was our top 5. Just one other thing to say is about extension leads. So there isn't that many sockets in the cabins, especially the P&O kind of longer duration ships, so the Aurora and the Arcadia. Sometimes they'll only have like 1 or 2 sockets.
So, some of them are difficult to access as well. So the right down. So if your worktop's there, it's right down at the bottom, and a lot of devices now, where the cable come out the bottom, you can't physically get it in. So you're right. You know, taking some adapters and
so either an adapter with multiple ports in.
Yeah.
Or an extension lead, so that you kind of got different plugs that you can kind of plug in. We took one, just make sure it's non-surge. I got ours off Amazon a few weeks before we went. It was still in the box. Nobody questioned it in any way. So, you know, that was fine. But I would recommend that you take an extension lead with you as well. So just to quickly recap, the 5 that we talked about: the motion sensor night lights, Dr. Beckman's laundry sheets, the sunglasses case roll up, the laundry bags, number 4, and number 5, which is the device. Which one would you say was your top one of all?
The device.
Yeah, I think it's the same for me. Just because, you know, we love a good movie. So anyway, we will try and come on here every week. Next week, we're going to be talking about shore excursions and why you should go on them. So please click the bell and join us for that. Take care. Bye.